Hi, my name is Franz von Holzhausen. I head up design for Tesla. I've been doing this for about 15 years now. I got into designing cars actually through my dad. My dad's a designer. I heard about this great school in Los Angeles called Art Center and started my career with Volkswagen and Audi. And then I've been through various companies through the years until I got the phone call from Elon one day. I was working at Mazda at the time and had been there for about 3.5 years. You know, we were doing really exciting stuff, but I also felt like Mazda wasn't really focused on sustainability. And I had been reading about this little car company that was using batteries and putting them in cars, and I think I read it in Popular Science or something, an article, and I was really intrigued. And then through a friend got connected to Elon, and we had a really great conversation. I went up to meet him at SpaceX and was just really impressed with what he was pulling together at that time. This was mid-2008. And so both Tesla and SpaceX were in their infancy and just really getting started. But I just felt like here's a company and a guy incredibly focused on sustainability, trying to do something that no other car company was doing and be 100% electric. And yeah, we connected, and I don't know, the rest is kind of the history that's around us.
What is it like to have Elon Musk as a boss?
Elon's a great boss. I mean, he's always pushing the boundaries, always pushing the limits, and always keeps us trying to be as radical as possible, never accepting the status quo, always trying to take one extra step to make sure something is perfect. He cares a ton about what the customer perception is. How does the customer relate to the product? What's the experience they're going to have? And he cares deeply about that. And so we are constantly worried about that as well and constantly focused on that. So, I mean, he's just, like I said, he's just always pushing us and getting the best out of everybody on the team.
Are there any moments when the two of you disagreed on a design element? Any stories that come to mind?
Yeah, I mean, we've agreed to disagree, but ultimately he's the boss, so.
Talk about the Cybertruck design. How did this design come to be?
The Cybertruck is one of these rare moments where, in a way, form followed function. A lot of times we put the form in front of the function, especially in the automotive world, and it's really tough to mix the two. But Cybertruck is really born out of the idea of a different way of manufacturing a material that put the toughness on the outside. So we really wanted to use stainless steel as a material so that the hardest part of the vehicle was on the outside, not the delicate paint. And it felt right for a truck that's used in like a Swiss Army knife in any kind of environment. Has to be tough. So stainless steel is really tough to form, especially when you make it bulletproof or thicker to withstand impacts and not be damaged. And so we really looked at new ways of manufacturing it. You could only break form and form it in one direction. You can't do compound curves or things with the thickness of the stainless steel that we're using. So it really led us to a design that was really plainer, really simplistic, and was also a chance to break the paradigm of what pickup trucks have been for the past 60 or 70 years. They're the same. They're kind of this three-box shape. And we just thought from an aerodynamic perspective, having a covered back, a sloping roof would also be helpful. And oddly enough, you may not look it, but the Cybertruck is an incredibly aerodynamic vehicle.
I'm curious if you have a favorite design, favorite feature, something that you're most proud of.
Favorite one is the one that's coming. I think that we can't talk about. I'm really excited about Cybertruck. I think this vehicle has the chance to be something really radical in a pretty normal space. So I'm looking forward to that shakeup and seeing them out on the street. And it's incredibly functional. It's not just the way it looks. It's as functional as any of its competitors, if not more. And so I think people use it in ways that we can't even expect, and it'll be great to see how that plays out.
Oh my fucking god.
The window smashing was definitely not a thing that we expected to happen. I had been in the back prior to getting on stage, throwing this ball at the window multiple times. It didn't break, and we showed video proof of that. But that moment was a little bit of a heart drop. But at the end of the day, it actually ended up being something really special. And I think after the fact, when I was talking with the people in the audience, they're like, that was supposed to happen, right? Well, at least the ball didn't go through the window and kill anybody or anything. So it became a meme very quickly, and I think it really helped Cybertruck take on a whole cultish being of its own, I guess.